Mama Views podcast. Today we're going to wrap up the topic about having a bond with the Father. Today, my guests are my little brother David and my father, Mr. Crawford. And I'm going to start with a few questions. So, Dad, this is for you. How do you feel about a father and a child not having a relationship?
I feel bad. Because a child, girl or boy, should have a father present in their life.
Right.
So, I feel bad.
Okay. And David, how do you feel about a father and a child not having a relationship?
It's not a good thing because they need somebody to show them the way of life, show them how to get through life.
Okay. And to piggyback on that, I do feel like a child needs to have a relationship with a father, especially from a female's perspective, because having a father is very essential to growing up in life and just knowing how to be treated and what to, do during certain times. Everyone needs a father to be able to go to about, what you can go to them about as a female. Okay? And so the next question. Okay, Dad, so I'll start with you. Do you feel that your child or a child in general should always call their parent first? And I mean just calling, just general conversation, not nothing,
Yeah, I think...
nothing too serious.
Yeah, but I think communication is key.
Right,
You know,
right.
It's all about comfortability as far as... what I mean by that is you don't want your kids to not want to call or say things or be able to converse or have communication with the dad or the mom. So you always want to
Build that
kind of
connection.
stay in the middle and just kind of let them feel a part of support, as the reason as to why they call, not as to like, oh shit, I gotta call my dad on the morning, so,
Right.
so I think that's very important.
Okay. And David, do you feel that as you are getting older, do you feel that it's easier to call your father? Or do you think now that you're older, you get a little more busier? Or what's your intake on that?
I'm kind of in the middle. I mean, it's easier to call because if I have I think I'm comfortable enough to call and talk about anything I'm going through. Because he probably 9 times out of 10 been through it, and
Okay. Good. Okay, so Dad, I'm gonna touch on this. Okay. Do you feel, and this is for you or whoever, like just speaking from a father perspective, do you feel like the way you were raised, whether it's from, rather watching your dad or watching, your mother, your dad, whatever, do you feel like that plays a key part in the way that you are as a parent today?
Yes and no, and the reason why is because times change, and disciplines change, and the way kids relate in society, especially with what y'all call the new millennium, and all the social media things, and it's back when I was a child, we didn't have a lot of those things, so it was easier to come home at dinner time, Sunday dinner, in the mornings, like in passing, we just had a lot more free time, as I call it, to bond when we were kids, as opposed to now. It's first thing you get up, get your phone, even down to education, you do your school, you go to school online, it's just so with that in mind, you have to keep up with times as far as how I try to should I say guide or respond to whatever we're talking about, and so I think it's some yes and some no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question for you, David. Why do you think? Okay, let's just say the generation now, the times now, a lot of people do not have a bond with their father. Why do you think they don't take the time to actually build a bond with their father? Just from someone experience, or just your perspective?
Maybe they probably just don't have enough time to build, or maybe the father not around a lot. It's a lot of reasons why a son don't build a relationship with his father. It's maybe something happened earlier in life and he don't want to go back and talk to him. He just want to forget about him forever. Or whatever.
All right, so Dad, what would you tell a father today if they did not have a bond with their child? Like, how would you help them go about creating a bond with their child, or just giving them any type of feedback, advice, anything of that such?
Well, I think that depends on the situation with the particular father or dad. Some guys are excluded from the kid. Some guys are lazy. Some guys are absent. So it's a lot of different scenarios that goes on with, the presence of a parent, whether it's a mom or a dad that's, that strikes guys differently depending on their situation. But what I will tell a dad is, if at all possible, God willing, good health, and still on this earth and able to do, then do it. Just do it. No matter the circumstances, no matter what you might think is keeping you and the child from having that special bond, go change that. Go change that. And I say that because life is short. And this is moms and dads and children. A family period. You want to take advantage while you can. A lot of stories I hear is about I wish, or I should have, or I could have done, or no, go do it. Go do it.
And to piggyback on that, from a child's perspective, whether you're a younger child or an older adult child, whatever, I say that as well. If you do not have a bond with the father, I feel like you should take more initiative. At the end of the day, I feel like it does take two, but sometimes someone has to put in more effort than the other. So although you may feel like you're putting in too much effort and they're not putting in enough, or the father may feel like they're putting in too much effort and the child isn't putting in enough, I feel like you should not just stop and just say forget it. I feel like you should keep going until it's where it needs to be, because at the end of the day, it's probably not easy for a lot of people, but I do feel that you should try it. Just try it, If, like I've stated before in previous episodes, if it is a case where there is a lack of forgiveness, I say you do forgive them. And just like my dad said, life is very short, and you don't want to say I wish or I should have or anything of that such. So no matter the situation, I feel like you should take more initiative of fathers as well, because some fathers are lazy, but just have that one-on-one talk. At least try to. You're probably not used to doing that, but I feel like you should try it. I think we think too hard about it, or we, like I said, lack of forgiveness. You have to forgive in order to move on regardless. So definitely forgive. Sometimes it's not always just a happy-go-lucky, type of thing, because everyone has their differences, and I feel like no one is perfect. So there has been times, you're gonna disagree. Like me and my dad have disagreed before, right? We've disagreed, but we made men's meet. And yeah, like I said, you're gonna go through it. You can get through it. It's not hard. It may take days, weeks, months, but you will eventually get through it. It takes two. Just like with any relationship, it doesn't just have to be a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. It's with any relationship. It takes two. It takes a lot of praying, and it takes a lot of sacrifices. You have to put aside the differences. You have to step out of that mode you're in, or mood you're in when it comes to it, because it has been times where I was stubborn, I mean, we're all going to be stubborn in some sense. And you just get over it, and you just get through it. Because like I said, it ain't always happy-go-lucky, but as long as you get through it, you'll be fine. David, do you have any experience or?
Well, my dad led the way for me. As I was growing up, he taught me the right way to do things, how to go about doing things. So I just kept in mind what he would always tell me, growing up and stuff, and I just found a way. He always told me just find a way, and I think that's why we got a special relationship.
So now we're gonna go ahead and just wrap it up. Like I stated before, if you're able to do it, to piggyback on what David said, we were able to be led by our Father, and it is a great thing, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been able to be led by their Father as well. And I hope anyone out there that has shifted away from their Father, or you're battling differences, that you all can mend back together, because like we stated before, life is so short. Don't let it just go to waste. I mean, if you can do it, just do it. I mean, just do it, Anything you need to say?
Nah, that's it. Make it happen. Make it happen, man. You the daddy. That's what you are. That's what you need to be. And that's just how that go. I don't give a damn what they saying. Who trying to keep you from doing what? Go do what you got to do, big dogs. That's it.
Like I say, built the bond. It's there. And so yeah. I love my dad. I love my brother. Our bond is good. We're solid. No matter what, we're always gonna be solid. We're family, and we're gonna stick together. So I hope you all do the same.
You.
Oh, wait. Today is Father's Day. So we want to say Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers.
All the big dogs.
Yes. Have a great day.
Go do it, baby.